It is National Safety Awareness Month here in Vail Resorts. So all of the Vail Resorts are like really pushing safety, and I've got Dan Smith from Vail Mountain Rescue here with me this morning. Dan, thank you so much for meeting us.
Always here. Glad to be here on Mondays.
We're glad to have you here. You guys kind of had a busy week.
No, it was moderate for the past few weeks. We had three missions that we worked on. One, of course, was the Minturn Mile. That's our fourth Minturn Mile of the season. This was a reasonably odd one. We had four gentlemen appearingly in their 60s or more, one of whom had done something to a leg. It was reported as a broken leg. Don't think it was. But it was reported by somebody who just skied by. Oh, you're hurt. I'll call 911, and took off. They didn't want any help. They wouldn't accept any help. We had patrol waiting at the top to come down and ski after him. We had our guys waiting at the bottom to catch him and to go up. We had an ambi waiting at the bottom. And they turned all of those down, which is just fine. I mean, obviously, that's your right to do it. But if you're really hurt, I think turning all that help down is a bad idea. There's no charge for any of it.
Yeah.
We never send a bill. Ski Patrol never sends a bill. The ambi can only send you a bill if they haul you to the hospital. They can check you out for free. And we do that all the time. When we pull people out of the woods, I really want a paramedic to check them out, because there could be something we're not seeing. We've all got pretty good backcountry medical, but not to that level.
Yeah,
It's
and
nice
a broken leg is very serious.
It was probably a knee, but you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have friends who have skied out on broken ankles. They just crank a boot down. I've had friends who've skied out with broken arms, but I've never had anybody ski out with a broken leg. So I suspect it was a knee. But just the turning all the help down, not really a good idea, because you don't know what's going on. Apparently there was a doctor with this group. That can be very good or that can be very bad. You have a cardiologist, for example. And my cardiologist, Jerry Greenberg, on the mountain, he's a great skier, and he's also pretty experienced at how people can hurt themselves, and he can help you. But if you're an orthopedic surgeon from New York City, you're pretty good once the injury is identified, but I'm not too sure how good you are in emergency medicine in the backcountry.
Yeah.
So let us get somebody in there who is. Getting somebody down the Minturn Mile, if they're hurt, can be an interesting time. So better to let the patrol and mountain rescue do it, because we do it all the time.
I mean, for 4 giant missions there already this season, so you guys are seasoned veterans.
Oh yeah, well yeah, this season we are. It's been a pretty busy one for us. I think it's pent-up demand. Last season the snow was so bad. People are now doing things that they probably should think about before they do them.
Yes.
But oh, the snow's so good and last year was so terrible, so I'm just going to go for it. Well, we're there. Just 911 is a call away.
I know, and it's totally free of charge. That's the thing that people are always forgetting about Vail Mountain Rescue. They're literally here to keep you safe. They are not going to charge you to do it.
We don't get a bill from us. If you're picked up by a military helicopter, there's no bill. If you're picked up by Flight for Life, that's between you and your health insurance.
Yeah.
But we're going to call that based on what's wrong with you. We've had some people that, well, they tweaked their ankle and they're very wealthy and they don't want to ride out in a sled, or they don't want to, in the summer to have to limp out. Well, and they want a helicopter. Well, that's our call.
Yeah.
You're going to get a helicopter if you need one. You're not going to get a helicopter just because you want one. First, one might not be available. Flight for Life, there's one ship that sits in Summit. It's busy hauling people from all over back and forth between hospitals. We have several Black Hawk helicopters sitting at Eagle, but they're involved in training pilots. At the end of the day, you hurt yourself at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we may or may not have an air crew available. They may have timed out for the day. So you'll get a helicopter if you need one. You will not get one just because you want one and can afford to pay for it. Not the way it works.
No, that's not the way it works at all. That's an emergency service and
exactly
meant for true blue emergencies. Dan, we are out of time on this one, so we're going to take a look at that full weather forecast. But coming up right after that, we're going to be back here with Dan Smith because he's got some more information about some things that happened in some of the other counties around the valley. So stay tuned.